Hi, welcome to the Next Level Social Media Marketing course. This is part 1 of 5, Create Your Local Listing Profiles, and I'm your facilitator, Eric Papson. Local listing profiles are basically all of the information about your local business that is distributed across multiple properties on the internet. The most popular of these is the Google Business Profile. These are the listings that you find in Google. There's also the Bing Business Profiles when you're using the Bing search engine. Yelp is a popular place to find local business profiles, and there's literally scores of other places out there. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how you can set those up in this section. Let's start with the Google Business Profile and setting that up. In the documents that we included in the training, there is a cheat sheet in how to go about setting this up for your business. So a couple things to keep in mind here. First of all, you just go Google Google Business Profile in the search engine, and you'll find that you're able to then kind of submit a business for verification. And the process what you're doing here is you're basically giving Google all of the information about your business, and then Google looks and examines that information to determine if you're a real business or not. And so what we're trying to do is just be truthful to Google about all of the things that are relevant about our business, basically just answering every question that's presented to us and completing that to the best of our ability. The key here to getting verified by Google, which is basically getting rubber stamped by them so that the listing is published, is to provide as complete as information as possible. So, be very careful as you go through each of these fields. For instance, it's going to ask you, if your business is a physical location or if it is a service-only business. Can people walk into your business, or do you not really have a physical building structure where people can meet you? So all of these things are kind of important to let Google know. And, after you submit that, hopefully you're going to immediately get approved, what they call verified and publish. But there is an opportunity, or I should say there's the risk that you may not get approved just by your initial submission. You may have to do some follow-up with Google. And so the businesses that tend to, are a little harder to get verified are those businesses that kind of have more aggressive marketing practices. Think like plumbers and locksmiths, where there's a high density of competition, and there may even be some shenanigans going on in the marketplace. So Google's a little more hesitant to approve those businesses. If you fit into one of these categories where it's kind of highly competitive, just be aware that your business may not be verified on the first try, or may get verified and then immediately suspend it pending further need for Google to kind of get information from you. So most of you won't have this problem at all, but if you are in that category, just be aware that Google's getting tougher and tougher in 2023, with some businesses getting verified and published. Once your listing has been submitted and verified and then published, when you do, after that point, when you do a search in Google for your business name, you will now see in the search engine results something that looks similar to this. It'll say your business on Google. It'll show like your listing. It'll show your business on Google. So this now becomes a way that you can manage your listing within Google, right within the Google search results page. And so if you can see here on the slide, you see the options to edit profile, read reviews, messages, add photo. Know that now you're the only person who can see this navigation, because Google recognizes that you are logged in as the same person who owns the listing, the verified listing that's submitted. So when Google can connect your Google profile to a business listing that you submitted, it then kind of allows you to use the search engine result page when you search for your business as an interface for adding information or making adjustments to your profile. You also have the option as a marketer to submit your local listing or the information about your business to other directories. And here's on the slide here you can see a list of various directories that are out there on the web. Things like Nextdoor and Brown Book and Hot Frog, and a lot of these things maybe you've never heard of before. They're not super popular. So the question is, why would you go to the effort of contacting these various directories and submitting your business information? Well, the answer to that is that it's what we call in SEO a citation. And a citation is your business being listed within one of these online directories. And each of those citations, once they're published, kind of start to send a signal to the search engines like Google and Bing that your business is legitimate, that it's trustworthy, that it actually exists. And all of that can ultimately help you become more visible in search engines when people are looking for a business that does what you do. And here's one way, if this interests you, and this is just one kind of relatively inexpensive tactic, you can use a service like Bright Local. Bright Local is a third-party vendor. You can find them by doing a Google search for Bright Local. And once you sign up for Bright Local, for $2 a listing, they will manually submit your site to directories. And there's really good information on this website on how to utilize this service, but it's probably one of the best deals to have an inexpensive SEO strategy to just kind of help you get higher visibility for your local listings. Another thing you can do is use local data aggregators to distribute the information about your local business to a variety of databases. And again, Bright Local can help you do this. They offer a service that for just $25, you can pick any one of these local kind of local distributors to distribute your information. And so this is another option for you, relatively inexpensive, and you might look through all of these various services and find maybe one that's a best fit for you. If you like, Bright Edge can also submit to all of these services at a discounted rate. So it's almost like a package deal here. But I don't necessarily recommend that you submit to all of these, but you may want to submit to one or two just to get broader distribution. Like for instance, if you wanted to make sure you were in Waze in the Uber GPS network, that might be a good fit. Like say you're a restaurant and you offer a delivery, or you want people to more easily find you. You might want to make sure you're tied into to the GPS network just to make absolutely certain that an Uber driver is going to be able to find your location, or a Waze, someone using Waze will be able to find your location. That's just one use case of where you might want to use a network like these. And that concludes part one. Next up will be part two, creating quick content in Canva.